สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Nan and this is You Too Can Learn Thai episode 54. We are still in the series called My Story, in which you get to learn a bit about Thai language and me. And in this episode, we are starting a new topic, which is breakfast. As always, in the first part of a new topic, we are going to learn key vocabularies and cultural knowledge first. First of all, let's learn a few words about meals. So in Thai, if you want to say breakfast, you can say อาหารเช้า อาหาร means food or meal and เช้า is the morning. อาหารเช้า is the meal in the morning, which is breakfast. And also there is another way to say breakfast, which is ข้าวเช้า ข้าวเช้า So ข้าว literally means rice, and ข้าวเช้า is the rice for the morning, and basically it also means breakfast. And the difference between อาหารเช้า and ข้าวเช้า is that ข้าวเช้า sounds more colloquial. อาหารเช้า is more formal, and ข้าวเช้า is more colloquial. Similarly, for lunch, you also have อาหารเที่ยง and ข้าวเที่ยง So อาหารเที่ยง เที่ยง means noon. So อาหารเที่ยง is the meal that you have at noon. It is lunch. อาหารเที่ยง and the colloquial version is ข้าวเที่ยง ข้าวเที่ยง Again, similarly for dinner, you have อาหารเย็น and ข้าวเย็น อาหารเย็น เย็น means evening. So the meal that you have in the evening, อาหารเย็น and ข้าวเย็น both of them mean dinner. Now, in the story, I mainly talk about breakfast. So อาหารเช้า and there are a few styles of breakfast that we can have, and one of them that I focus in my story is the Western style of breakfast, which is อาหารเช้าแบบฝรั่ง แบบ is the type of or the kind of the style of, so the style of ฝรั่ง ฝรั่ง is Western. So อาหารเช้าแบบฝรั่ง, the Western style of breakfast. I talked about my impression of the Western style of breakfast, which may contain ขนมปังปิ้ง ขนมปัง you may know it means bread ขนมปัง and ปิ้ง ปิ้ง is to grill. So ขนมปังปิ้ง means toast, so the grilled bread. ขนมปังปิ้ง Another component of the Western style breakfast is ไข่ ไข่ which is egg. And there are different ways that you may cook eggs for breakfast, including ไข่ต้ม ไข่ต้ม So ต้ม is to boil. ไข่ต้ม is boiled egg. ไข่ต้ม Another type of cooking is ไข่ดาว ไข่ดาว So ไข่ดาว means fried egg. ไข่ดาว And I also talk about omelette. Omelette, which is from the English or French word omelette. And in Thailand, when we have eggs for breakfast, usually we have them with ketchup and the Maggi sauce. So let's start with ketchup first. Ketchup is ซอสมะเขือเทศ ซอส is from the English word sauce. ซอสมะเขือเทศ มะเขือเทศ means tomato. So ซอสมะเขือเทศ means tomato sauce or ketchup. So in English, there may be a difference between tomato sauce, which you use in cooking, like when you cook pasta, and ketchup. But in Thai, the two words are basically the same. We say ซอสมะเขือเทศ for both the tomato sauce and ketchup. And another condiment that we eat with eggs is Maggi. Maggi is a brand, right? M-A-G-G-I. It's a brand of seasonings.But in Thailand, when we use the term Maggi, we usually refer to a specific kind of products from this brand, which is the dark seasoning sauce, tasting like soy sauce. So when we talk about Maggi, we talk about that sauce. So we usually have eggs, we usually have ไข่ with ซอสมะเขือเทศ and Maggi.And in terms of beverage, when we talk about Western kind of breakfast, you may have the breakfast with cha, which is tea, or กาแฟ which is coffee. Do you like this podcast so far? Get more of it by becoming a premium member. Listeners in Thailand are recommended to subscribe on Patreon.Otherwise, you can subscribe on Anchor, which will directly send the premium episodes to your Spotify account. You can also add the episodes to your favorite listening platforms such as Apple Podcasts. The tutorial is in the episode description. And no matter how you subscribe, you will get more materials to learn from. And the premium episodes are ad-free. Thank you and see you there.Now let's talk about the Thai style of breakfast, which is อาหารเช้าแบบไทย the Thai style. We have different choices of breakfast, but one of the main ones is ข้าวต้ม and โจ๊ก ข้าวต้ม and โจ๊ก when translated into English, they both mean congee or rice porridge.But there is a difference between the two. So first of all, ข้าวต้ม it comes from ข้าว rice and ต้ม to boil. As we heard in ไข่ต้ม before, right? We learned ไข่ต้ม which means boiled egg. And ข้าวต้ม literally means boiled rice. So the way that we cook ข้าวต้ม is that you cook the rice first.You have the cooked rice and then you cook the soup. You may put some ingredients into the soup like meat, and when the soup is about to be done, you put the cooked rice into the soup. So after cooking and when you eat, you still can see like the shape of the rice. But for โจ๊ก it is different. The way that we typically cook โจ๊ก is that we put the uncooked rice, like the raw rice, into a grinder or into a blender and blend it so that it's broken. So it becomes like powder or not as fine as a powder, but the rice is broken. And then you put the uncooked rice, the broken uncooked rice with water and you start cooking it and then you season it along the way. So in that way, the finished product is mushy.You don't necessarily see like the shape of each rice, but it has become like a thick soup, like a mixture of rice and soup. Okay, so in ข้าวต้ม and โจ๊ก you can put other ingredients as well. And one of the things that we usually put is pork. So เนื้อหมู เนื้อ is meat. เนื้อหมู หมู is pig or pork. So เนื้อหมู together means pork meat. เนื้อหมู or you may put เนื้อไก่ เนื้อไก่ chicken meat. เนื้อไก่ or you may put เนื้อปลา เนื้อปลา and ปลา is fish. So the fish meat. Also to add the taste, people may put ขิง which is ginger. ขิง or ต้นหอม which is green onion. ต้นหอม So this is how we have ข้าวต้ม and โจ๊ก Another type of Thai style breakfast is to drink น้ำเต้าหู้น้ำเต้าหู้ which means soy milk. So you know น้ำ it means water and เต้าหู้เต้าหู้ it means tofu. And you know that tofu is made of soybeans. So น้ำเต้าหู้ literally means tofu water and it means soy milk. What we typically have with น้ำเต้าหู้ is ปลาท่องโกปลาท่องโก and it is a Chinese style deep fried dough. Some people may say it's like a Chinese donut, but they look different. And in Thai we call it ปลาท่องโกปลาท่องโก and if you speak Chinese it is โยเถียว but the ปลาท่องโก in Thailand and the original โยเถียว from China, there is a small difference between the two in that Thai ปลาท่องโก is usually smaller. So if you go to China you may see like half a foot long of โยเถียว or the deep fried dough. But in Thai, ปลาท่องโก is usually a few inches long. Thank you for listening. Now you know all the key vocabulary for my story, which you will hear in the next episode. Please look forward to it. And if this podcast has been helpful to you, please share it and tell your friends about it. Until next time, สวัสดีค่ะ